saturation. Holy quanoli. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Don't you worry your little heads. Maya. Okay, we need to get our camera fixed too. Holy cow, I look weird. Okay, let's get up YouTube. God, I hate Edge. Maya, load, please. Boom, mute, quality, low. Music will start in a second. I'm gonna keep linking the YouTube stream, I think. At everyone. Copy, paste, what? Okay, then we copy the YouTube stream. Then we copy the Twitch stream channel quality. Oh, I didn't increase the quality. Cringe. There we go. Okie dokie. Also, I like how the thumbnails still haven't been updated. Okay. Discord goes over here. Maya gets minimized. Well, we just do this. Okay, we need to fix my camera because what is this trash? Oh my God, it's because I don't have a light. Oh, I only have like the light. I look so, hold on, we can do this better. We can ascend. Oh, I look so bad. Oh, my shirt's all undone. Oh dear. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix my shirt. Oh, wow, this is very hard to do. Okay. Okie dokie. Move that right there, please. Yes. No. Yes. Right here. This goes over. This goes over. Okay. No, I can't do that either. Fuck. Wait, how did I do this? What was my setup before? I guess I could just do that. Oh, and then I see the, okay, and then I missed that. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, now that I have my other monitor set up, I can actually read chat. Katie Bug, hello, how's it going? We are fixing the camera because I don't have a light today, which is a disaster. My lips look way too pink right now, by the way. I know audio's terrible. I don't even have a rug out. Katie Bug, I'm doing great. I'm going to animation school. We had a whole discussion about that yesterday. Corky says hi. Wow, even after I still haven't taken the photos off the camera. Your audio isn't that bad. Well, no, well, it's echoing, but yeah, I'm going to animation school. Okay, we need to fix this. My lips are way too saturated. I know I shouldn't do too much because oh, there we go. I shouldn't do too much because we're gonna have light, but it's just a little bit too warm. That's a little better. That's a little better. She figured you forgot. I don't forget. I just haven't done it. In my defense, I just moved. All right. Okay, that's my defense. Again, I think I did the same thing last year. Exposure does need changed. Shutter speed 160 is fine. It's okay. How's that? That's good. I was thinking of going to school for art/graphic design. Is it a 2-year or 4-year program? Well, I'm just doing animation, so it is 2 years. But it's only for animation. So I learned like rudimentary modeling and rudimentary rigging to the extent like I know how it exists. But after that, it's pure animation. God, my hair looks stupid with these headphones. Oh, I have such headphone hair. I am so susceptible to having headphone hair. I'm sorry. I just, it looks so stupid right now. I look like I'm balding. I'm not balding, by the way. Okay, is everything good here? How's the contrast? That's good. I like it a little more on the contrasty side. Saturation needs lowered, right? Maybe a little bit too monochrome. I have to be careful because in animation school, I am going to look like whatever this is on the camera. So hopefully it's not too weird. I think lower saturation is better because my lips are so pink. They look damaged right now in this camera, but they're not. It's just like different levels of moisture. I just need a giant light sitting right there, bestowing me with aura. Is it online? Yeah, it's called It is called Where's My Edge? Actually, no, I'm going to show you oh, that's right. They have their yearly highlights video. So I'm going to show you what they had for me, which was, wait, where do I see viewership now? Why is that hidden? Which was Anim School Highlights. So this is where I'm going. It's called Anim School. They have a whole YouTube channel. I could actually show you the exact clip that actually got me into it. Wait, oh, my camera. Oh, shoot, I don't have a capture. Okay, hold on. Before we do that, let me just do that real quick. So we're going to go here. We're going to add capture, video capture device. No, it is display capture. Right? Hold on. Preview format. This is display capture, right? Oh gosh, it's been so long. I'm so out of touch. I think it's from a display capture. 4K desktop. What did I have before? I had like a camera. Desktop, eye tracker, window. Elgato. What was this? Properties. Elgato virtual camera. Okay, so that's old. So we're going to remove it. So we do need a virtual camera device. Video capture device. Yeah, it has to be, right? We're going to call this Elgato. Elgato Facecam Pro. Yes. Configure video, configure cross, FPS. Okay. Well, I don't see it. Configure video. Oh. Elgato virtual camera. There we go. Okay, that's it. Okay, good. Okay. Why is this flipped? Hold on, that bothers me. Why is this flipped? Is that flipped backwards? No, it's not. I'm just dumb. Okay, hold on. This is way too big. Also, yeah, we should... Hold on. Let me kind of trim this down. You guys don't need the exterior shots. Here, we'll do this. Boom. Oh my goodness. I'm a streamer again. Oh, that feels good. Also, it feels good to have a regular sized monitor now. This is cool. All right. So I can now show you guys. Oh, I can show you guys so much. So I can now show you guys the clips that got me into Anim School, like in terms of what I like. So let's do an example clip of what you're going to see. And then I'll show you what convinced me. It's in the same video, but like, this is what I'm going to be doing. Welcome back. Well, thank you, Cave. It's nice to see you again. Hope you're enjoying where you're at. I don't want to say it out loud. I don't know if you actually told anyone. All right. This is not the clip that got me into Anim School, but it is the clip. This is like an example of what to expect. This is not a final project. The way Anim School works, and I'll go over it in more detail in a second, is that they are going to have quarterly classes where you just take one class and it's like full-time effort kind of deal. The highlights video that you're about to see is different assignments of like different classes. So it's not the final one. It's just highlights of these classes. So this is an example. I think this one is facial acting.
And I'm a widow. I mean, that is not all that I am. I'm a mother and a daughter and a published freaking author, but under it all, at the doctor's office, single, married, divorced, widow, I circle widow.
So that's an example of what to expect, right? So let's do, can I mute you? There we go. So let's show you what happens to my favorite clip. This is the clip, by the way, that got me into Anim School, that made me take the leap. Are you guys ready? This is so much better. This is so much better than you are prepared for, okay? Ready?
Yesterday, I totally bitched out Sarah, and she was mad, and I was like, Sarah, my moon sign is blocking the Little Dipper. It blocked the comet that was supposed to hit my astro world, so I can't help it. So now we're good.
What a great... I love this so much. Whoops.
And she was mad, and I was like, Sarah, my moon sign is blocking the Little Dipper. It blocked the comet that was supposed to hit my astro world, so I can't help it. So now we're good.
I love it. I've seen this so many times, Katie Bug. You have no idea. What a great... I love this a lot. I hope I do something like this. Like, I've been looking at audio clips to figure out, like, oh, if I did this class, what would I do? I think this is, like, the final for this person. She also did the same clip here. This is audio from the Series of Unfortunate Events movie. Same artist, by the way. Same animator. I'm blocking her name. It's Katarina Rodriguez.
Stop being depressing. It's depressing me.
Get over it. You can't get what you want no matter how handsome and good-looking you are.
But I'm adorable.
Looks fake.
You're scaring our daughter.
I know, and I still don't feel better.
What a great... I'm happy I'm going to Anim School, dude. This looks like so much fun. It really does. I think this is 3D lighting.
Because I love me. Oh my God, this whole time I thought I had to get somebody else to fall in love with me, but I had to love me.
This is pretty good, right? This is pretty good, right? This is why I go for a desaturated look, by the way. I think I look better. I'm glad I went desaturated. High contrast. Okay. The question is, what audio clip do I use? I am prepared, by the way. Hold on. History. I have to look this up because it's like a 2,000 view video. Arcanum. Reactions, locations. It's reactions, right?
Suppose.
Okay. Not this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's one audio I would want to use.
Be wrong.
No, it is a location video. Fuck. Hold on. It is locations because she's talking about I think it's Stillwater. So Ashwater? Ashbury. So there is one piece of dialogue I want to animate. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my very favorite video games. A different state. Kitty-bug, where are you guys at now? Holy cow. No. Okay, so it is this character here. So I'm not blocking anything. Where is it? It's such a nice piece of audio. I should just save it. I'm looking. I'm gonna find it. Don't you? Oh, is this it? I'd rather see it with making this difficult to keep the task at hand. No, I want the This place is mad. This character. I see a man who can fly and lie that was buried. Interesting to say the least. Okay, so that's the character I'm looking for. I forget her name. That is the kind of audio I want, but not the right line. I'm gonna find it. Oh, we're so close. I know it's coming. Yes! Wait, is this it? Yes, this is it. Oh, finally.
There is magic here. Though it is still strong, it is fading slowly.
Okay. This line here is what we're going to follow, this lady here. She, in game, she is like a mystic. She like closes her eyes and like predicts, like she's an empath or whatever. I don't know. She predicts things, or not predicts things. I'm sorry. She understands things just by feeling them, right? That's her gimmick in the game. Well, I want to animate over this. Okay, you guys ready for this audio clip? Don't tell me this isn't going to make a highlights video, all right?
I see a great wound which strains against its dressing. I see a father's sorrow, and I see an old truth waiting to be found. This is a powerful place, full of pain and magic, and there is much to be learned here.
I could animate over that. That seems like a thing I would do. Also, we totally need to start animating. Anyway, I'm going to Anim School. animschool.edu. I start in 7 days after this. So 60 days I start. Oh gosh, do I go through the whole program? Yeah, so I'm trying. The goal is over. Oh, see how much better I look with like a light? Oh, this whole screen just bestowing light. I look a little more. I look like I'm balding with a bright light. I need a light up here, not right here. Okay, I need up there. I need shadows cast, not lit up, because I look like I have like a giant forehead. And I don't. Okay, I don't have a giant forehead. So also forgive my countertops behind me. I'm still moving in. So the goal is over the next 2 months, I want to skip Introduction to Maya. That's the goal. That's why we're doing this stream. That's why we're doing future streams, the whole 9 yards, right? Then we're going to have Introduction to 3D Animation. Then we're going to have a let me just check something. Then we're going to have animating characters, and we're going to go through all of this. Now, I can't stream the classes, but I can stream doing the homework. And then after that, after you do those 3, then you have like the emotional stuff, which we saw the highlights videos for, the facial performance, character performance, and animating entertainment. The class times are actually really convenient for me. They're late because you have to actively work in the industry. So like Eric Luda, he is, he's the guy who worked on Toy Story, right? This is not what I expected. Yes. I think he worked on Toy Story. Yeah.
Well, my friends call me, Hardy-saurus Rex.
Anyway, he's like one of the instructors. Because of that, the classes are actually going pretty late. East Coast time, it's 8:30 to 10. So for me, it would be 5:30 to 7. Yeah, it's an hour and a half, 5:30 to 7. So that's why it would be convenient for me, because like that's like perfect for my schedule. So that's gonna be the plan. We hopefully skip Introduction to Maya. We go into this, then we go into animating, and we kind of move down the chain. I am noticing that as you get further down the chain, there's less and less classes offered. Kind of scares me a little. I heard this is a little bit hard, but we'll see. Let's get modeling, I think. Now there is a video I want to follow, Maya tutorial, and that is this guy, the Maya Learning Channel.
To create your first object.
So we're gonna go to Maya. Maya, if you guys don't know, is a 3D rigging and animation program. You guys may have heard of the equivalent, which was, is there a cap on my voice? Okay, there is. You guys may have heard the equivalent of Blender, Blender is free, and that's about the extent of its benefits. Everything I've read about this is like, dude, if you can afford it, just use Maya. So I bought Maya. It cost me $38 a month, which, you know, I don't have Netflix, so I think we're all even, right? I think we're pretty fine, right? I used Maya in 2015. Ooh, Maya in 2015. Oh, congratulations, Katie Bug. Hopefully it's congratulations. I don't know if that's what you wanted to move to, but there you go. I don't remember anything. We're about to relearn together. So if you guys look at this, there's a lot of options in here that you don't see in Blender. Stuff like curves and poly modeling and Bifrost, which is a particle engine that we're going to learn how to do. We're going to make a little rocket ship, and we're going to have particle physics on the smoke. We are also going to have Arnold as our renderer. So Arnold is a CPU renderer, and I'm glad I have a very good CPU. Hold on. Control, delete, task manager, performance, CPU. There we go. I have an i9-13900K with 8, 16, 24, 32 cores. Well, 24 cores, some multi-threaded. So just 24 cores. 24 cores is fantastic. I'll take 24 cores. It's going to be great for Arnold. Our GPU is still a 4090. We are skipping the 5 generation. I'm seriously considering buying like a 7000 when that shit comes out. It'll be like $5,000, but think of the rendering. I was originally in animation school. Well, holly golly gee. May have to take you up on some tips later, Katie Bug. So we're gonna render with Arnold. We're gonna use Bifrost, not today, probably tomorrow. I'm doing a lot of talking today. All right, so this is intro to Maya. Sorry, my arms are super sore right now. I got double vaccinated today. I got COVID in my left arm, and I got flu in my right arm. My right arm's totally fine. My left arm got effed up, yo. I got the shot like 6 hours ago. It was 1:30. Yeah, 6 hours ago. And my left arm is killing me, by the way. Like I can't even lift it like above 90 degrees. I am dying. All right. Do streamers look into the camera? Are they like, hey? Or do they like talk? Like I'm looking at chat, looking at the camera. I think I have to look at chat, right? It's weird if I'm like, hey, chat. Sup. Weird, right? I used to sometimes when I had a webcam. Ooh. Oh, Katie, I'm glad I'm getting back into streaming now. I'm glad. You know what I'm glad about before we get started on this? Actually, here, let's move on to the next screen at least. I'm glad. Hold on. He goes over the buttons and shit. One thing I'm glad about with streaming is one, it keeps me on task because if I stream, I tend to, wow, these headphones are pushing my cheeks in. Makes me look kind of chubby. Sorry, I look at myself a lot. Can you tell? One thing I like is that it keeps me on task. Also, I'm glad we're streaming again because I need to rebuild an audience. Yesterday, everyone stopped by. We had a ton of hellos and whatnot. But I need to get back into the swing of things. I need to stream regularly again. Oh my goodness. So fun. I'm in a 3rd floor of a building too, so nobody's above me to like stomp down. Oh my god. And then once I get soundproofing better, it'll like not echo as much. It'll be pretty nice. All right, let's learn basic skills in Maya.
Create your first object. Click one of the 7 primitives up here in the poly modeling shelf.
Okay, poly modeling. Boom. And we want to start probably for a rocket ship, it would be cylinder, right? Okay.
To get a better view, you can tumble the camera around by holding the Alt or Option key and drag.
Who calls the Alt key the Option key? Okay, what does he start with? Cube. Zoom in, Alt, click, rotate. Done. Oh my goodness. Getting started already. What is middle mouse button? Okay, I like the controls more than Blender. I can tell you that right now. Okay, what we did with Blender was this. Wait, where's my donut? There it is. That's what we did with Blender. We did the donut tutorial. And I didn't like the controls. I actually really liked Maya controls because in Blender, you have to click down the middle scrolly thing on your mouse. I can't drag my mouse to show you, but it's like to click the middle scrolly thing. And you know what? I didn't like that system. It's not natural to be alt click. Oh, baby. I'm all about this.
Dragging with the left mouse button. Pan by alt middle dragging.
Alt middle dragging. Okay, that's fine. I'm never going to use this, right? I'm still not a fan of the middle click, but I like it more than... At least it's like situational, you know? Are we just going to forget about the games you were making? Code Toil, no, I did not forget about the games I was making. Holorhythm? Oh, you guys. I guess, you know what? I keep like pushing it away, right? I keep saying like, guys, get your hopes up. It's so good. And it is good. I guess I could start talking about the game now. The thing is how do I say this about Holorhythm? I thought with Holorhythm, what I would do is I would build out all of the scripting language and like all of the tools, and then I would just go off making the game, right? It would just be using my own tools to like make everything. And what I found out is that the hard part about making the game is not making the tools. It's making the game with the tools. That's the hard part. It was not a bug-ridden experience. It was, like, I'm done with it. It is not like a bug-ridden experience. It's just in terms of just the shit that needs done. It's a lot. Damn, it's a lot of work to do. And I want to go to animation school. And I want to do the video game history project. So it's coming out, but like, you know, here's the thing, Kotoyo. When I focus on Holorhythm, I can't stream. Both because I don't want to like show off the whole game before you even play it. That's bad for business. And you guys don't always give the best advice. I'm just saying, you guys tell me to use like Lua and shit when it's clearly better to do a stack-based scripting language, not a register-based. Nobody told me that shit until I did research. What the fuck? I didn't even know the difference. Everyone's like, just use Lua. Anyway, all that to say is we're going to do animating for a bit. Good news, we are going to have about a month before I actually start, and when I'm done like building a rudimentary portfolio just to skip the first intro to Maya class. It's going to be good. It'll be good. We'll get there. I'll have time. Don't worry. You're going to play Holorhythm. It's coming. What language did you use? What, for the scripting language? I just use C++. What I did was I'm going to say something that makes me sound way, way, way better at programming than I actually am, but it is what I did. I made my own scripting language a la kind of assembly-ish. Now that I understand how assembly works, it's like trivially easy. It's just a stack-based scripting language. There's not much else to say. It's super simple. It took me like 30 minutes to start it. And I'm like, oh wait, what fuck? That's it? So the whole level editor has a custom scripting language, and then it uses it does not save it to binary, obviously. What it does is it saves it with like custom words and shit that then the game in C++ interprets in like multiple switch statements. I'm making it sound so much more complicated than it actually is. It is super trivial. Like the entire, I can't show everything. It's really memory efficient, okay? I'm looking at Lua. Listen, Lua's extremely efficient. Don't get me wrong. But man, my game is memory efficient. Holy shit. You have no idea how few bytes we use in the game because it's fucking tiny. I wonder if you can make a C compiler for the scripting language then? I don't want to. I don't need to. The whole point is that we save it to a TXT file, just the language. It's not raw binary, obviously. I don't want you to have that kind of access to the game. It's just saving a custom scripting language in a TXT file, and then the game interprets it when the level loads. So you click on the level. I guess I could talk about this. I'll talk a little bit about this before we start the modeling shit. Roro! Oh my goodness, Roro, it's been so fucking long. How are you? Okay, I'll talk a little about Holorhythm, about how the gameplay loop goes, okay? I'm not going to spoil everything, just how the game functions, okay? What happens is you're in the menu to click a level, and you click the level or whatever, you start the level. When you press start, what'll happen is, because in the age of NVMe drives and everything, and the fact that I know how to load shit in C++ really fucking fast now, what happens is instantly the game will commit to some loading screen. There's no notes. You're not going to get hit with notes right away, but it'll commit to playing the music video in the background immediately with a loading screen that you pick, like a wipe. Like, you know how you're in like a video editor and you have like a star wipe or a screen wipe or like a vertical wipe or whatever, where it goes like bottom to up, whatever it is, it goes down the middle and splits, whatever it is. You can pick one when you edit the level so that when you click the level, there's like a block of time. You can't add a note in the beginning of the song because of the loading screen. So you click to start, it does the custom wipe that you do, whatever it is, custom choice of wipe that you commit for the song, and then the level starts after that. So the way, let me show you. Actually, I have an example. With a Marine song. Oh God, I forgot the name of the song already. I've heard it 500,000 times so far. Marine, Hololive, Dancing Marine. There we go. So imagine this. You click to start. Can you get rid of that, please? Stop. You click to start. Here's how this works. Is instantly, there's no like close here. What'll happen is you click it, boom, vertical bar. Imagine a vertical bar from like this third of the screen to this third. It's like the middle third, okay? Ready? Click start, 3, 2, 1, start level.
Dancing Maddie.
Then it goes black and then it opens up more. So like now imagine 25% to 75%. So it's like 50% of the screen in the middle here. Then it wipes again, but this time it's full screen. While she's going, she's, while she's doing this action of going up, the score on the top left loads, so score 0, and then the life bar, I don't know a better name for it, score bar, cheer bar, updo bar, I don't fucking know. The life bar, it loads on it, the top right. It's like a transition from transparent to like not transparent. Load, and note. No. I can't talk anymore over this because I'm going to copyright strike. But that's the gameplay loop. And then because of that block of time from when you start the level and that level transition like loading into the music video, it will fetch whatever note the TXT file is associated with that level and then load the notes for it. This isn't done at compile time, it's done at runtime. And that is because I want you to be able to like hot swap like levels. Basically, whatever's there, whatever's in that TXT file, it will load, okay? If it has like, I mean, obviously there's error states where it's like, hey, failure to load notes, like aborting level or whatever it is. But assuming everything works, then you can load whatever note chart you want for the level. I don't give a shit. It's your game at that point. You bought it. Who gives a shit? You can do a custom level where it's like really hard. I don't know. But it also makes uploading custom levels really, really easy because you can use whatever music video you want. Obviously, I can't host music videos on the Steam Workshop for copyright reasons. I can't like host that, but I can host charts. I can host the level editor that you did for it with like the custom wipe and everything and all the notes and all the everything, all the timings. It's just the person has to get their own music video. And then when they pick the music video or choose not to, just have the song with like the album art in the background, it loads and it just works. And it's so nice. It's just the hard part is making the content, not the game. As you can tell, I know the game. It can still be plain text, but the file extension should be different. you should have the scripting format have a custom file extension so that it can be bound to the game. Sure. Yeah. Dude, trust me, there's nothing in any file, whether it's a TXT or anything, that like you can type in there that the program doesn't like does something goofy with, okay? Nothing is read raw. You don't input random words or binary into it and expect it to work. Everything gets error checked because we live in the age of 2025. It's not that hard to go through a TXT file, go parse through all the words or whatever, the scripting language, add to the stack, and then error check every part of the stack. Trust me, I know what I'm doing here. Okay, the technological level behind the stack behind the game, I have that tech part down. It's the creative part that's difficult. That's the hard part. Turns out, I found out. Anyway, let's get modeling. Sorry, Jesus, the whole point of this stream was to model. Anyway, let's learn. Yep, wipe, got it.
Or dolly by alt-right dragging.
Dolly. Wow, I hate that. I mean, I guess I have to, but okay, so left click is rotate. By the way, I was not saying to do it in binary. I know, Kotoyo. Listen, you're a good programmer, okay? I'm not saying you would say something stupid like that. I'm saying that I would have done something like that before I did more research, because I was just like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, do binary. I don't know. That was the original plan to save memory, but yeah, I did my research on that one and I found out that was real fucking stupid, so I had to change it to the custom scripting language. But that's why I wanted to do a custom one, because it's so, we're not doing anything complicated. And it's just like, think of the bytes we could, not even a kilobyte of memory saved, by the way. Think of the bytes we could save. Anyway, so alt left click, rotate. I do love Maya way more than Blender, by the way. Holy shit, this is worth every penny. Look at the top right here. Oh, it's beautiful. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Boom. Right click is dolly. Middle click is this. Okay. I kind of want to switch the dolly in this, but I've learned to never change default key bindings for a lot of reasons.
To view a list of objects in your scene, open the outliner.
Where the fuck is my other browser?
You can select objects here.
There we go.
Or in the viewport. Then you can view its attributes in either the channel box or in the
default.
You can select objects here or in the
okay, select objects here. Default light, default objects, P cube. Okay. This is where I rename. This is not where I rename. Really? How would I rename an object? Oh, right there. Okay. And then that gets updated over here. Okay. That is interesting. Don't know if I would have done it that way, but I like it, Maya.
The viewport.
Okay.
Then you can view its attributes in either the channel box or the attribute editor.
Oh, there's a... Look at this. Dude. God bless 4K monitors, dude. Listen, no offense. How does anyone use Maya without a 4K monitor? Do you guys see? You guys don't even see it. I'm streaming at 720 on accident because we have a new setup right now. You guys don't even see this text, do you? Look at how small this text is, these bars. I didn't even notice there was a bar over here for like shit I can press. Dude, I have a 4K monitor. Like, it's clear to me, but I can imagine for you guys at 720, you guys don't even, it's unreadable to you. Tomorrow, we're going to have higher resolution. Tomorrow, because I got upgraded internet. I can upload at 1 gig now. Oh my God, finally, I have 1 gig upload. So I'm going to stream at 1440p tomorrow, and we're going to see how that goes. Are you still using Windows 10? Dude, I'm going to use Windows 10 till the day I fucking die. Why would anyone upgrade to Windows 11 after the disaster that I've been hearing? Plus, look at this. You see my alpha Chad thick girthy sidebar over here? Can't do that shit in Windows 11. I live in the future, motherfucker. You guys are posers. I'm the real Windows machine guy. I'm the real programmer. I use a sidebar and I'm proud of it. Oh, right. Okay, so we go to attribute editor. Okay, that's how you change textures and all that, which I have been reading about at work because I got nothing else to do. But this, if I want to change it here, it's under anim. Wait, channels, edit, attribute editor. There we go. Okay. Interesting. Wait, why does he get the attribute editor here and I don't? So P cube, shapes, AI override. Not AI, artificial intelligence. It's different. He doesn't have that, but I guess it doesn't matter. I can just go to the attribute editor whenever I want it. It's just funny to me that like he has that more options for default. You live in the Linux past? Coolly, I live in the goddamn Windows future. Oh, listen, I know everybody's like, oh, move to Linux. You know what they don't have on Linux? Fucking Maya, by the way. Well, maybe, okay, hold on. To be fair, Linux users are weird. I'm sure you guys have a version of Maya, but I don't want a version of Maya. I want the version of, I want the most up-to-date fucking buggy ass release of Maya ever, okay? And I want to render on Arnold, okay? I want to render on Arnold. I want to animate in Maya, and I want to sculpt in ZBrush, okay? Show me all three of those on Linux, by the way. I don't want no GIMP. I don't want no fucking free Blender. Nah, I want the industry standard shit. And you know what? It's industry standard? Fucking Windows 10 soon. It's not safe to use Windows 10 anymore unless you have extended support. Okay. I'll take the risk. All right. I will move when they make me. Or I get my bank account stolen, but don't do that, please. I'm going to school, okay?
Or the attribute editor.
Okay, attribute editor, done.
Changing values in either...
Wait! Oh, that's what he means. Okay, so that's the translation. Polycube 1. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So this is where we want to... width, height. By the way, it's so funny to me that I haven't been streaming in like 10 months regularly, and I still do the thing from when I was a Gary all the time as a VTuber. Not that I'm not a VTuber anymore. I still am. It's just not out yet. I still do the thing where I have to watch how far right I turn. Did you guys notice that? That was pure muscle memory. I was looking over here, but I was like twisting my head this way because I used to have my iPad sit right here, like on my left. And Gary, a VTuber, you're expected to look at the camera. You look at the camera, and then when you turn left, right, it like follows, right? But I didn't have room, so I had to offset it over here. But when I turned my head too far right, it lost track. It like went way off course. So whenever I turned to my right on my ultra wide, I always had to like do this. I was always like, like trying to like keep Gary tracked on my face. So that's what I was doing there. I was like, what am I doing? I had to like think about it for a second. Like, why am I getting anxiety about looking too far right? But now I can just stare over there. Oh, that's so fucking weird. The freedom I have now.
Will alter the shape or position of the primitive.
Okay. So height, width, depth. Can I do this? Okay, that's rotation. Pivots. How do I... Oh, right here. Whoa! Giant cube. Okay. All right. I smell what you're cooking. I see what's up.
Depending on which tab you have open.
Subdivisions. Oh, right. Boom. Dude, I think this is where I'm going to struggle, is knowing how to subdivide. That's going to be hard for me. And that sounds like stupid, like you would think it would be like a programmer thing. I don't know how programmer-y it is. I feels like it's more of like a creative choice of like, or maybe not. It is kind of logical, right? Where it's like, if you have a character's face, like how subdivided should like the cheeks be? Right? This feels like a technical thing. That's like a problem AI could solve, you know? Not that I love AI, but if it can do it, I mean, I'll use it. Linux has Blender. Yeah, Linux has the free shit. Yeah, you know what also has Blender? Windows 10. No, I have to use Maya. The Anim School requires it. And from everything I've read, it is the industry standard for animating. I'm sorry. Listen, if the Amazing Digital Circus can be animated in Maya, okay, I'm going to animate in Maya. Also, did you guys know that the Amazing Digital Circus was rendered in Unreal Engine? Learn cool shit every day. I didn't know that. That was cool. I was like, what the fuck? Unreal. Yeah, they're a little indie studio, so they want to save time by not wasting a bunch of time rendering and like buying out space and shit. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, I'm gonna shave this beard off tomorrow. I can't. I was like, should I rock it? Should I own the beard? And I think I don't like it. Nah, we're gonna shave.
In the case of transform attributes like translate, rotate, and scale, you can alter them interactively using these 3 tools in the toolbox.
Hold on. Rotate, scale. Why is there 3 different options for... Oh, yeah, right, because we can rotate around a axis. Okay, so first one is X. So what is going to happen to this? What is it? Polygon. I don't know what shape this is. What's going to happen when we rotate across the X? The X would be this corner to this corner, right? So it would rotate the fat side down. Okay, why is click and drag not working here? Really? Okay, what is your advice? Oh, I guess I could just do that. Oh, it's like that, huh? Oh, I'm good. Oh, baby. I already feel like a fucking animator. Look at that shit. Hold on, get fancy. Boom. X, Y, Z. What is this? Wait. Boom. 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 Oh, this is just 300. Oh, this is like, from my perspective, a degree shift. What a weird... How often are you going to use that? Okay, that wasn't in Blender. This is already new. I'm glad we're doing this from like the very beginning, because that wasn't in Blender, I don't think. I think they just had the XYZ. I don't know if they had like a radial rotation from the point where the pivot point is from your point of view. What a weird system. What happens when Adobe stops supporting Windows 10? Hey man, I already subscribed for hundreds of dollars, okay? They're gonna continue Windows 10. Tear it from my cold, dead hands, all right?
Finally, you can add or remove complexity from a primitive using the tools in the modeling toolkit or poly modeling shelf.
Okay, what? Modeling toolkit. What did he say we could do?
Finally, you can add or remove complexity from a primitive using the tools in the modeling toolkit.
You can add or remove complexities from a model. Add or remove complexities. He's not talking about subdivision. Is he talking about like the actual sculpt?
Or poly modeling shelf.
Oh, he is. Oh, that's so cool. Hold on. Wait. How do I zoom out? Wait. Alt, middle click. Alt, middle click. Alt, right click. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to extrude. And then we're going to extrude this. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ooh. Guys, we made a rock. Should I just save this as like the thing I'm going to use for the rest of time whenever I need a rock? Does your computer even meet the official minimum requirements because you can bypass those? I'm sorry, did you just ask if my water-cooled 4090 and my 24-core 32-thread CPU meets the minimum requirements of what? Did I misread what you said? What? Oh, wait, I gotta be careful. I gotta remember working in 3D, so I can't just highlight because it'll only highlight the points that face me. Oh man, I do not miss getting nasally during stream. They don't tell you that. The streamers don't tell you how much your congestion breaks up when you're on stream. Whew.
In the next video, we'll show you how to position and modify shapes.
All right, position and modify, go.
To position an object, or transform it as it's known in the biz, use the tools in the toolbox.
Don't ever say biz. All right, so we're gonna delete this. How do I delete this? How do I delete this? Edit, delete node. That's not it. Object PQ1. Whew, how do I delete you? That's a good question. Am I doing Control C? Nope. PQ1. I thought right click and then you would just be able to delete it. What am I missing? Display, reference, assign new material. Arnold. Oh, and we're going to simulate hair. That's going to be a thing we do because I have the computer for it. Edit, cut, Control X. Oh, I copied it. Delete. Create, edit, delete. There we go. Okay. Start with a cube or a sphere. That is a very high polygon sphere. What does he have? The same thing. Go. Okay,
However, no amount of transforming is going to change my sphere's shape.
So we're going to use the modeling toolkit to extrude individual nodes instead of doing the whole thing like we did with our rock. Okay.
How do I make it look like this? For that, I need to drill into an object's components, which I can do by changing to component mode up here.
Okay, so we click this, we're on it, and we go to component mode, which is this. Oh, no, we're not. Okay, component mode on. All right, go.
Notice how
nope, that's not it. Fuck me. I had one button to press. Component mode. There we go. Now we can pick individual nodes.
Object turns blue. Now I can use the same toolbox tools to transform individual components, thus changing the sphere's shape.
Oh, so we grab our little tip here. That is extremely difficult to find. Hold on. Alt. Middle click. Nope. Alt. Left click. So grabbing individual nodes, this is this is difficult. In fact, I can't do it. Okay.
A polygon object like this is made up of 3 types of components: vertices, edges, and faces. You can quickly swap between them by holding the right mouse button and selecting the desired component from the mark.
Oh. So right click. Oh. Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay. We want vertex. This vertex. Then we go to attribute. No. There we go. And then we extrude. Oh, there we go. Who says I don't know how to model? Please. I should do this shit for a living. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God, I'm making the Jack in the Box guy. Oh, whoa, whoa. Calm down there. Calm down there, buckaroo. There we go. We'll make... Maybe that'll be our first model. Making the Jack-in-the-Box guy. I haven't seen that in a long moment. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. This looks weird. Why does this look weird? Because this should also go out even further. Oh my god, I'm already on my way. Guys, look out. I'm the next Mark Ham? Mark Hem? Who's the princess animator? I forget his name. It's Mark something. Look at that. We're making the Jack-in-the-Box guy. Oh, shit.
Marking menu.
Okay, got it. Vertex, edge. All right, same thing.
You can even shift-click multiple components to transform them all at once.
Okay, didn't know that. So shift, 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 shift. Does this do the whole face or just the points? It does move the whole face. Okay. You know what? Wasn't expecting that. I was kind of thinking it was going to be individual vertexes. So let me think. So I was expecting 4 individual points to pull out of the face, to pull out of the object, but that's not what's happening. What's happening is that it's interpreting it like a full face. Okay, so if I do want 4 points to pull out like that, I need to subdivide more. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, but all right. Okay, we get it. Okay, cool. You can do that. Nice.
Or marquee select them by dragging the mouse.
Makes sense.
From the marking menu, I can also return to object mode, which turns the object green again. This lets me go back to transforming it as a whole.
Okay.
Then I can go back to a component mode when I want to change its shape again.
How? Wait, hold on. I can't do that.
Go back to menu, I can it as a whole. Turn to object mode, which... From the marking menu, I can also return to object mode.
Marking menu, return... Ooh, hello. Marking menu, return to object. There we go. Okay, I see it. Object mode. So now we're back to normal, and we're out of component editor. Okay. It wouldn't surprise me if Microsoft forces every Windows 10 computer that supports the minimum requirements of Windows 11 to update. Well, they have been trying. They've asked me a lot, but it's Windows 11 needs that sidebar, man. I think if Windows 11 actually got the sidebar, I would actually update. But man, I can't, dude. I've gone sidebar my entire life. Okay, I've never had a computer without a sidebar. I've done it for as long as I can remember. Like, am I supposed to adapt, or can Microsoft adapt for me?
Mode, which turns the object green again. This lets me go back to transforming it as a whole.
Yep. Okay. He's making the
then
bad
I can
guy
go back
from
to a
Kirby.
component mode when I want to change its shape again.
Shift left click, move. Okay, this is all super self-explanatory. Okay, this is easy. Easy. All right, next. So now we're gonna do the rocket, right? If he is, I'm just gonna make it on my own. Well, no, I do need to watch more because I don't know how to. I know how to take one polygon. Dude, modeling is so easy. Never mind. I'm sorry. That was mean to all the modeling artists out there who tell me how difficult it is. So we start with a sphere. I know how to extrude vertices and edges and faces. I know how to group these together and extrude them at the same time and do like warbly shit, right? What I don't know is how you take one polygon and a second polygon and merge them into one polygon where it operates like a single polygon. I'm assuming once we know that, I think I'm just going to make the rocket on my own. Not off stream, but I mean, in like, we're not going to follow the video's rocket. We're going to make our own rocket. What do we call the rocket? Ooh, SS. No, that's ships. Ships have the SS. Rockets have like adventure names, like the Voyager or like the Odyssey.
Now that you have a few basic skills under your belt, let's use them to build a cartoon rocket ship.
We ain't doing this rocket ship. We're going to have our own rocket ship. I just want this to know how to do it, okay?
The easiest way to approach a project like this is to break it down into smaller pieces.
Okay.
For example, you can think of the rocket body as a stretched sphere, the portholes and booster as different size oriented cylinders, the tip as a cone, and these fins as thin molded cubes.
Wait. Oh. Wait, this is a rectangle to start? I don't know how to do that because this isn't like because no amount of subdivision gets you an even diagonal line. So he's doing something fucky with it where he's cutting off the half, making an extended like right triangle, and then I don't know how he does this. Okay. I'm assuming there must be a better way than just grabbing the edge and just slowly transforming it down. There must be like a button he presses because this is like for new people.
So I'll start by creating a polygon sphere.
Okay.
Then scaling it up into a more rockety shape.
Okay. I'm not following along for this because we're going to do this on our own.
Notice how I use the handle here to make sure it only scales up and down, otherwise known as the y-axis.
Thank you for the obvious.
Next, I'll make my booster, starting with a cylinder.
Okay.
And use a combination of the scale and move tools to get it into place.
So this is not the same object. These are different objects. This is P cylinder 1. So how do you merge them? Okay, still two separate objects.
To help with exact positioning, I can turn the mesh wireframe on.
Oh.
Now,
wait. Oh, I know why he wants exact positioning. I was like, what did you mean by that? But now I see. So because he's going with the default objects, I'm assuming because Maya knows what it's doing, all of the default objects have the same subdivision default. So I think he just wanted those to be merged.
Now, even though it's positioned correctly, it's still not quite the right shape.
Oh.
The bottom of the booster
I thought he was going to say because it's two separate objects still.
Be wider than the top. That means I need to enter component mode to change its shape.
Okay.
Then I'll just drag select these bottom vertices and use the scale tool to evenly widen them away from
I was about to ask, wait, didn't he just highlight like one half of it? This is a 3D space, right? But I forgot he turned on wireframe mode and he's only highlighting this object so he doesn't get the rest of the rocket.
each other. Don't worry if yours looks a little taller or wider. It's all part of the creative process.
Don't worry if you're shit, all right? Listen, there's only happy accidents in Maya, all right?
Now, this is just one piece of our booster. To make the rest of it, I'll need to stack two more of these underneath.
Okay, this isn't answering my question, though. Because these are still separate. These are not the same. They're clipping.
But rather than having to go through all those steps again,
copy-paste,
I can just switch back to object mode via the right-click marking menu.
Yeah.
Then shift move the booster.
I do appreciate that he's like showing you shortcuts to be like, hey, you don't have to keep clicking the toolbar. You should there's a better way to do it.
With the move tool to clone it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. Wait, you can... Oh, you don't have to like copy paste that shit and then grab it and then move it directly. You can just go... You can... The act of clicking what axis you're going to move it on clones the object. Okay.
Shift move the booster.
Okay, Maya. Well, okay, Maya.
Move tool to clone it.
That's clever.
And then I'll just do that one more time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our completed booster.
That is not a completed booster. These are still separate objects.
Almost. Notice that these are all still separate objects.
Thank you.
To combine them, I'll first make sure that I'm in modeling mode.
Okay, modeling mode. Got it.
Then I'll drag select everything.
Drag select everything.
And go to Mesh, Booleans, Union. Now the entire rocket is green, signifying it's all one object.
Mesh, Boolean, Union. Why would you call... Wait, what?
I'll drag select everything.
Mesh, Boolean. Why would you call this a Boolean? What a weird name. How does this correspond to like yes or no or binary? What? a Boolean is just a single bit, right? What does it mean in this context? I've never heard like a second definition of Boolean before. Boolean. Why call it a Boolean? This is important, right? I have to know this. Why is a mesh where you combine everything? Is that what you call a group of separate objects in Maya is a Boolean? Is it like plural for something? Hold on. This is worthy of investigation. 1 second. Google. Boom. Boom. I found a Windows 11 mod that allows you to move the taskbar to the side. It's different if Microsoft doesn't allow it, okay? Why is it called Boolean in Maya? It's called Boolean in Maya because it refers to operations that combine and modify objects in a way that is analogous to the logical operations of Boolean algebra. These operations use principles like union, combining, difference, subtracting, intersection, keeping only the overlap, which are derived from his work of formal logic. Oh, so it's not Boolean in the programming sense. It's Boolean in the mathematician sense. Okay. It's a bit set. It's comparing bit sets. Bit set number 1, bit set number 2, or not adding, but you're comparing operators and all that. Okay, that's a Boolean. Gotcha. Oof. Taskbar vertical. Maybe we'll check that out. I do have plenty of time before class starts. Once class starts, though, I ain't touching my hardware, you know?
And go to Mesh Booleans Union.
Okay. Where is my
Now the
window?
entire rocket is green, signifying it's all one object.
Oh, there it is.
Next, I'll work on my porthole, which starts with another scaled
Porthole.
cylinder.
Okay. I think we got it now. I think I'm ready to make my own rocket. Okay, so first, we are going to delete. Then, what should our rocket look like? It can't be the Maya rocket. I need my own rocket. It needs to be simple, so simple shapes and shit. Because we're not doing anything too fancy. What? Oh, my arm hurts so bad from the vaccine. Oh, how bad is it bleeding? Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Okay, that's not bad. It got better. You guys don't even see it. It hurts, okay? Oh, what should our rocket look like? That's a good question. Where do we start? We could do something like the Star Trek. No, we can't copy somebody else's spaceship. That's not creative. We can just make the Star Trek TNG ship. Plus, that would be too easy, right? 2 discs connected. It needs to be original. We could do like one of the Jimmy Neutron ships, like a carnival ride. But that'd be too complicated, right? I don't want to make like a roller coaster, obviously. Simple. Simple, but not Maya rocket simple. Face ship? What, import a picture of me on the front? Just imagine yourself playing Spore. Did you make spaceships in Spore? I remember buildings. I remember units, obviously, like the creatures. Did you make a ship? Dude, I don't even remember that. And I played Spore on release, motherfucker. I played that shit on Windows Vista. That's how long ago it was for me. It would be like a Spore kind of ship, though, right? It'd be like super simple. We could do like... No, I was about to say an allusion to the Outer Wilds spaceship, but that's a little bit... Mario Starship. I don't want like a copyrighted starship, because the whole point of this, if you guys don't know or weren't there, is that because I'm going to animation school, the first class you have to take, no matter what you do in the whole school, is Intro to Maya. The whole point of this, but you can skip it if you like show you know Maya already. And I want to save $1,500 by not having to take that fucking class for 3 months. So we need something not copyrighted. Well, I mean, we could do it, but I want it to be like not even a question I made the model, you know? We could do something like, is it not allowed to take inspiration? yeah, but you know, the whole point of like animation is creativity, right? It's meant to like do new things and new wonderful opportunities. The world is your oyster, you know? Why would I want to take inspiration when I can just make the fucking thing? We could just wing it, but I feel like that's a bad idea. Like I'm looking at this, the Taurus, and I want to be like, well, maybe we can do something like this and like put jet engines on the back. But then it kind of implies that it's like spinning, right? It's like constantly like rotating forward as it goes. I'm sure that exists somewhere, but no, I don't want a torus. What other shapes do we got here to start? A plane, polygon, disc. Oh, I don't like that. A cone. I think we gotta go cylinder, right? It's gotta be cylinder. But I don't want like a simple like what does he do? I don't want like I do want to know how he curves the thing. Hold on. Before we start, I do want to know how he curves the fins.
I'll add a bunch more subdivisions along its width.
Okay, subdivide.
Before stretching it out.
Is it just straight up, like, just bend it? There's no way, right?
Now it's time to mold. While I could shape these fins by pushing and pulling vertices around, either with or without soft selection, I think it'd be a lot more fun to give you a taste of Maya's more powerful modeling tools.
Yes?
So let's try out a couple of deformers. Deformers do exactly that. They deform geometry. In this case, we want to taper the long cube into something pointier, and then bend the result down.
No, I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on Blender modeling, because modeling is just so new to me, but does Blender do that? Wait, do they have deformers? They must, right? They must.
So with my fin selected, I'll go up to the Deform Nonlinear menu,
okay,
and then apply a flare. This creates a
I'm going to be honest, hold on.
To the nose cone.
Wait, what?
This is a lot of the same process as Flare X. Notice how I use the control flare.
Okay.
Arm nonlinear menu.
Listen, I'm not going to act like you guys can read this, but I just want to say, I'm looking at this menu here, and as a new person to modeling, I'm looking at bend, flare, sine. I know what sine is. It's like waves. Squash, twist, wave. Thanks, Maya, for differentiating sine and wave. Anyway, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, you want to make a fin that's like, you have your rectangle and you want to like bend it down to make like a point at the end to make like a fin, right? Like a shark fin. I would think bend, but he goes flare.
And then apply a flare.
I would not have thought to click flare.
This creates a handle in the viewport, along with a flare tab in my attribute editor with a whole bunch more controls.
Okay.
If I play with the controls, specifically start flare X and end flare X,
it is a bend, but because the whole point of the flare, okay, so the whole point of the flare is to get it down to like one point at the end, not like have the rectangle shape of two vertices at the end. Okay.
Notice how it deforms the top and bottom of my cube.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really help, or does it? Because it's not just the controls in the attribute editor that affect the shape. Watch what happens if I use the rotate tool to turn the handle.
What?
Rotate tool to turn the handle.
Oh, God.
To turn the handle.
How does that work?
Happens if I use the rotate tool to turn the.
So I'm trying to imagine, because obviously it's based on this like flagpole here, where it's like this is the golf hole you golf into, and like this is the flagpole. So it has something. So how does the flare work as like a bending mechanism in modeling? So obviously it's going toward the tip of the flag, the way the flare works, right? So you have this like invisible cone here.
Handle.
So as you rotate, oh, is this like, fuck, what do you call it? They're not Bezier curves, but it's kind of like it, where now you have the same cone. It's still like angled the same. It has the same severity, but because this is the flag point, I can already tell you. So like this is obvious. This is like a straight line here. I can already tell you what this looks like. It is, it's almost completely, it's like way out here. So same thing. This is still bending toward the flag. So there's still like this edge here. And then this, oh my God, what's happening under the rocket now? So because this angle is so severe, it's like way up here. I wouldn't be surprised if this fin right now was like bent way up here and then it gets cut off up here. And it's like, holy shit, really big. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. So now you see the angle when the flagpole's on the tip. So the flare is going in just this direction. So now you can see both angles of the flare. Now you can see it like perfectly straight. So like it goes like, it starts right behind my camera. It starts like right here. Then it bends up and then it bends down. Okay.
Pretty neat, huh? So that gives me my taper. Now I just need the bend.
Okay.
So I'll select the fin again, and this time apply a bend deformer.
Okay, so now we have the
Again,
bend.
I get another handle and bend tab. And if I play with the curvature, I get a whole new kind of deformation.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, though, this doesn't seem all that useful until I start to rotate the handle.
Oh, don't keep it like that. That looks
Then
clipped.
the cue begins to follow the curve so that it looks a little more like what we want. But it's still not quite right. This is bent in the middle, whereas I want it bent from the side. So let's use the Move tool to shift that handle over. Beautiful. See the Move tool to shift that handle over, whereas I want it bent from the side. So let's use the Move tool to shift that handle over, whereas I want it bent from the side. So let's use the Move tool to shift that handle over.
I have absolutely no idea why that move works the way it does. So you start on the middle because this is where the bend is happening, right? This is like, it makes sense, right? You're in the middle of the bend, so it just bends around it. But then as he drags it, what confuses me is that I thought the bend would be like, okay, so it's gonna like go like a circle, it's gonna like warp around, but it doesn't. As he drags it, it still bends obviously around the pivot point, but it just drops straight down. That's what threw me off. What a weird, it's not weird, it makes sense, but it's just seeing it for the first time, it just throws me off. The rotation must happen before the flare transformation. Did it? Because it looked like it worked just fine.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
See how doing that
he
changed
says.
the reference point to the curve?
Yeah.
And now I can keep tweaking both the bend and flare until it looks just the way I want.
Okay. Here's my question though. Copy pasting that shit's gonna be fucking hard, right? Because you gotta copy it, you gotta flip it, you gotta drag it. It like might be offset. I'm wondering if there's a solution to that.
Awesome. Now the last thing I need to do is duplicate 3 more fins and rotate them around the rocket. However, rather than shift dragging them one at a time, I can go up here into the Edit Duplicate Special option box menu.
Oh.
Here, I can set the number of copies to 3, and even rotate each one 90 degrees.
Oh. I didn't know the pivot point though.
Whoops, well that's not
Like
right.
that.
As you can see, all my duplicates have huddled around my fin instead of my rocket. To understand why, let me just undo that with Ctrl Z.
Okay. Control Z. What the
Notice
fuck?
that when I select the
Control
Move tool,
Z.
the manipulator appears out here, right where those duplicates were huddled.
Okay. Oh,
This is known
because
as
the
my-
bend transform kind of gives the... I see. What he's saying is that, hey, after you apply your bend transform, notice how the pivot point and all of your flares and all that were based on where the object originally was, which was out here. So how do you move the pivot point?
Object's pivot, basically its center. But just like moving the center of the bend deformer changed how it bent, so too can moving the center of this fin change how it duplicates. To change an object's
Wait. There's no way. There's no way what he's going to do is move the pivot point to the center of the rocket and then pivot around that and then union them, like Boolean union. Is that expected? Is that, there's no way. That's like tech debt, or it feels like tech debt. It feels like a tech debty thing to do, where the object's reference point is in the middle of the rocket.
Pivot, press D. This puts me in pivot mode, which you can tell from the change in manipulator.
Okay.
In order to duplicate the fins around the rocket, I'll need to place this pivot at its center, which I can do by holding J again to snap move it.
Oh my god, he is going to do that.
Once that's done, I can press D again to exit pivot mode.
There is no shot this is best practice. No way is this shit industry standard. I don't believe it for a second.
Then I'll try duplicating again.
Okay.
This time, I'll also change the geometry type to instance. You'll see why in a second.
No, I don't know what that means.
And voila, the fins all rotate perfectly around the rocket.
Don't need to union them.
Now, back to that whole instance thing.
Yeah.
The reason I did that is so I can go back to my bend or flare tabs.
I know what he's about to say. It took me a second. What he's about to say is that if you copy it and you want to make changes later, you have to change each one. But if you instance it, it's probably like one fin for everything. So if you bend any of them, they all bend. I think that's what he's about to say.
And still play with the shape of the fins. If I had left geometry type to copy, then only my original fin would have been affected by this.
I love when a program just works, okay? I don't give a shit how expensive Maya is, okay? Maya is expensive, okay? I had to pay all at once. I paid $450 for Maya, okay? This cost me this cylinder cost me $450, but you know what? When it does shit like that and it just makes sense, it's just right.
And finally, I'll union all these pieces together.
Okay. Oh.
And here's our completed rocket.
Is the pivot point gone then? For those fins? I guess they are, right? But wait, what's the point of making those instances instead of copying then if you can't change it later? How do you change it? I guess it could be a layer?
Of course, there's plenty of places you can go from here. You could add a torus brim between the cone and body.
That seems trivial, right? You just have a torus shape, then you just make it small and then you subdivide it and you're good and just union it.
Or little rivets along its edges. You could even edit the shapes you have now to get an even sleeker, more alien rocket.
We're not going to go alien rocket. I kind of want something with character, you know? If we're going to, listen, if you guys don't know, we're doing Bifrost and everything. This shit's going to have particle effects, all right? And if it's for my first demo reel to skip Intro to Maya at animation school, holy shit.
And that's just modeling. Delve a little further, and you can learn to animate the rocket taking off, add a...
Look! Bifrost! I know those smoke effects anywhere. We're gonna do that shit. Okay, our rocket's gonna be different. Okay, we're gonna do something special. All right. I just think that tomorrow's stream is what we're gonna do. Okay. It's a shorter stream today because not having a light here and sitting on a living room chair is killing me, and my arm is throbbing in pain from a COVID vaccine. So we're gonna end stream there. Tomorrow I am going to be lit up. I'm gonna have a chair, so I'm gonna sit higher. And we're going to make a rocket, but we're going to make it our way. We're going to make Gary's rocket, okay? That's going to be exciting. All right, everyone. Have a good night. Have a good evening. My hair looks like Urkel.